Masahiro Hada of Tokyo, Japan, who is taking a tour of the United States. Hada is ranked 7th in the world. Watch the action.
As Hada again comes from the red corner, and in the blue is Garcia. Garcia making his pro debut. Quickly, let me go to the middleweight champion. This is going to be kind of scary when he's fighting Hada with an 18-4 record and making a pro debut, Dale Cook.
Well, what you've got to remember is that Garcia had an excellent amateur background. He had an 18-2 record with 14 knockouts as an amateur. So by saying it's his first pro fight, it's kind of, you know, a little bit deceiving. He's a very experienced amateur, let me tell you that.
Hada, of course, a native of Tokyo, Japan, where his parents still live. Now residing in Springfield, Massachusetts.
One thing he's not experienced with, and that is the low kick, and that's what Hada is the master of, being from Japan.
Some nice shots there, though. Garcia doesn't seem to be intimidated. He's coming right in. Going to have to be careful, though. He's dropping those hands. Hada coming over the top.
Not a real secret on just exactly how Garcia would like to fight this fight tonight, and that is in a brawling style. He wants to stay inside on Hada. Hada needs to get some room, and there's a big punch by Garcia. Staggers Hada. Garcia whirls him into the ropes and then goes after him, but Tom Schlesinger says no.
Bit of a surprise here. Garcia's doing quite well.
Garcia landing that big right hand and then following right in behind it. Keep in mind, this was a non-title fight. But Hada, the current United States super lightweight champion, and the 7th rank in this super lightweight division in the world. So this would be a big, big fight for Leon Garcia. And so far in the first round, he has knocked back down.
No, he's done quite well. I think he's gotten Hada a little bit by surprise. Hada trying to come back strong now.
Closing seconds of round one. Hada is 23, Garcia 24. Both are relatively the same height. Hada 5'5" and Garcia at 5'7". They both weighed, well, 140 for Garcia, 133 1/4 for Hada. As the bell sounds as we end round one of the scheduled 5-round non-title fight. Let's go quickly into the corner. Masahiro Hada worked on with Ike Stafford.
Your butt.
Talking with him earlier, speaks excellent English. Like we mentioned before, his parents still in Japan, has a tremendous martial art background. Studied.
As he studied in Japan, we asked him the question early today, the difference between the fighting in Japan and here in America.
And Japan kickboxer is a lot of kick, good roundhouse kick, low kick. Not so good boxing Japanese, but Japanese got a hard kick. But American people got a hard punch. They're great boxer. It's fight different. American boxing style exactly boxing stance. Japan style, you know, Thai kickboxing stance.
Well, I think we saw that in round one as Hada who
Kick, high roundhouse kick.
And he got Garcia in quick trouble with that same thing to kick. Garcia trying to answer with a punch. It is going to be a
right
push.
roundhouse kick.
As Hada is down, but not a knockdown. It was a push and a warning here coming to Garcia.
I'd like to see that again.
That was a nice lead in from our taped interview earlier. As Hada came out with that solid kick and Garcia almost went down. And look at Hada really going to work here in round two.
Well, you got to give Garcia credit. He took the shot. There's another attempt at that high roundhouse kick.
If anything, Garcia may have won the first round, but Hada is certainly trying to even it up in a hurry. Hada again, those solid kicks to the thigh. You can just take so many of those, Dale.
That's right. The leg starts to knot up and makes it hard to stand. And if you can't stand, you can't fight. He's having trouble with his legs right now.
A neutral corner, and it's a knockdown here in the second round. As Garcia goes down, and now the referee, Tom Schlesinger, looking on, and now
Garcia was complaining of a low shot.
Did they rule that a knockdown, Dale? I thought
no,
it was.
I don't think it was a knockdown.
Was it a low blow, you think?
Either that or hitting behind the head.
Okay.
He seems to be indicating he got to hit low, but the warning to Hada was for holding behind the head.
And there's a slip. Let me correct myself. I had called that a knockdown. That could be very important in the scoring now. It was not ruled a knockdown by the referee, Schlesinger. Holding behind the head and a possible low blow coming there by Hada. And now Hada slips down.
There's some water in that ring. They're both having a little trouble with that. This Hada has come out smoking, boy.
Oh, my.
I'll tell you what, he will not stand up to those leg kicks very much longer.
And watch where the kicks are. They're in the back of the thigh, and that obviously is the most devastating part you can hit him with.
And there he goes back up to the head. He's setting it up beautiful.
Big kick.
His legs are gone.
Garcia, yeah.
A push in the closing seconds of round 2.
Of course, the crowd not really understanding what's really happening here.
And now a 1-point deduction to Hada. That could be an important 1-point deduction for holding behind the head as Garcia comes back on top. And the bell sounds to end round 2 of an interesting fight from Tulsa. In the corner of Masahiro Hada, and again a 1-point deduction, a warning for holding behind the head, and now the 1 point.
Really a strange round. Hada came out just smoking.
Dale and Bob, this could be a very, very instrumental point deduction here in this second round.
See, there was the hit behind the head.
But just prior to that, I think what we'll find, yeah, that there was a low shot. The right hand looked like it was low. We've got it from a different angle, over the top.
Now this looks like after that exchange we saw earlier, Garcia going into the ropes. Tom Schlesinger pulling him out, and apparently a shot behind the head by Hada brought on the 1-point deduction. And that in the closing seconds of round 2, and we're in round number 3 now. Masahiro Hada in the red trunks, and Leon Garcia in the traditional black pants.
Break.
Now, Dale Cook, what's going through the mind of Leon Garcia right now in his pro debut?
Well, he is thoroughly confused. He doesn't know how to deal with those low kicks to the legs. What he needs to do is go back to his good hand combinations, but he's standing right in front of Hada and letting him load up the low kicks. Then he goes back to the head, and that nailed him. He's hurt.
No, he is. He's dazed.
That is a knockdown now.
He's dazed. Schlesinger taking a good, hard, long look at him. Up come the hands. Looks like he'll be all right. Tom says it's okay.
He set that up beautifully. He's going to do it again. He'll go down with the low kick and then come back up to the head.
Schlesinger, incidentally, in my opinion, one of the best all-around referees around kickboxing.
Halfway through this, the third round, a knockdown already by Hada of Garcia. Keep in mind, Hada with a 1-point deduction needed that knockdown here in the round to pretty much even it out again. After Garcia may have won the first round, Hada came back strong.
Hada trying to finish this fight. He knows, as we've observed, the legs of Garcia may be gone.
They're set for only 5 in this super lightweight division. A non-title fight for the U.S. super lightweight champion, Hada.
Yeah, that was not Hada's fault. We've got a timeout. Schlesinger's going to take a look.
Both guys kicked at the same time, and in those instances, the guy who kicks last gets it in the groin.
And you see Leon Garcia hailing from Albuquerque, where he trains, hometown of Las Vegas, New Mexico.
You know, I hate to say it, but this could be the best thing that could have happened to Leon Garcia. He needed the break. The worst way to get it, though, Sam.
Now, we'll have an opportunity of seeing this in slow-mo. They both kicked. There's the kick up underneath. As you say, accidental. Hada was throwing the kick. At the same instant, Garcia made a spin, and the kick made contact. Low kick.
Hada is being talked to by the referee, Tom Schlesinger. But again, the fighter in this particular instance has as long as he needs to say he's all right. And when he tells the referee, Tom Schlesinger, that things are ready, we will resume the count of the third round. And there it is. We resume fighting here in the third.
Hada, beautiful high right roundhouse kick up to the head. There's a slip.
Even though it came on a kick by Garcia.
That's another low shot. Unfortunate. Again, a spin.
Bob, I didn't think that hit in the groin. Honestly, I thought that hit in the leg. I guess we'll have to see the replay.
Hada goes to the neutral corner for the second time.
We've got to give this kid Garcia a lot of credit, though. He's been hit every way, turned every way but loose.
Let's see where this kick lands. It's kind of in the back of the thigh, but the shin could have caught the groin as well.
Yeah.
The foot was in the leg.
So again, it's Tom Schlesinger talking to Leon Garcia, who has had a rough third round here.
This has been a tough fight for Garcia. I say he's been turned every way but loose.
He comes out trying to use those hand combinations that he scored well with early.
He's just fighting on guts.
Garcia needs to learn how to defend the leg kick. You don't do it by raising the leg that high. You get kicked in the groin.
And there's the bell to end round 3 of a scheduled 5-rounder.
He's catching you in the groin.
After a rough 3rd round, we start the 4th as Leon Garcia, with 2 low kicks in that 3rd round, comes out in the black pants, but he's met head-on by Masahiro Hada. Originally from Tokyo, Japan, now fighting out of Springfield, Missouri, where he's a martial arts instructor there. Studied judo and jiu-jitsu in Japan in addition to his karate training as well. Garcia looks like he is reasonably recovered, gentlemen, from what happened in that 3rd round.
They went to work on him between rounds, yeah. He's just taken a lot of shots, places that he shouldn't have.
There you saw a sweep kick tried there by Hada that just missed, and it almost walked him right into a right hand of Garcia.
Hada, the old pro, he's just taking his time, picking his shots, kicks, punches.
You see Garcia again.
Overhand right, it looks like it stunned him.
Token kicking by Garcia, and again the punching there of Hada and Garcia. And here's those kicks to the back of the thigh.
High right kick to the head.
The flexibility of Hada. Keep in mind now, he had a 1-point deduction in the 2nd round, and now he complains of a low kick. He says he's all right in a hurry. Garcia wanted a little more rest time in that neutral corner, but it's not
another overhead right. Beautiful roundhouse kick to side of the head. That one goes into the body. This kid Garcia, though, he's hanging right in there.
He is indeed, in fighting on sheer guts as we end the 4th round of this scheduled 5-rounder. So Garcia shaking his head as he walks to the corner, almost stumbled into the corner as Hada across the way worked and talked to by Ike Stafford.
Watch out, Pigs.
Not a lot of concern in that corner as Hada has fought well since really a shaky 1st round for him. He came on despite the 1-point deduction in the 2nd. He's had pretty much things his way through the last 3 rounds.
Well, he obviously had a fight plan. He has stuck to it. He just didn't plan, I'm sure, on Garcia being able to take that amount of punishment.
There's no doubt about the kicking ability of the young man from Tokyo, Japan, and let's look at it. Replay here in the 4th.
Here's his high round kick. Oh, high right roundhouse kick. That obviously really stunned Garcia.
Had he been able to follow that up with a hand combination of any kind, Garcia could have certainly been finished there in the 4th, but he's not. He'll answer the bell for the 5th and final round of this one tonight from Tulsa. Round 5 is underway. 5th and final round. The U.S. super lightweight champion, Masahiro Hada, again in the red trunks, fighting on against a pro debut of Leon Garcia tonight.
The recovery ability of Garcia is just fabulous. He'll take that minute and come right back out.
That 1-point deduction probably could come very much into play, but I almost look at it that Garcia's got to come with something big here, champion Dale Cook, to get this one in his camp.
I do. I think Garcia's a little bit behind, and he needs to deal with that leg kick somehow, the low kick, and get inside with his hands where he has his best skill. I think it's interesting to listen. We have the Japanese fighter on one side, and we have Garcia and on the other side in his corners yelling instructions to him in Spanish.
Halfway through this 5th and final round from Tulsa tonight. Hope you're enjoying our brand new series, WKA Fighting, and it's a pleasure to work tonight with Bob Perry, an 8th degree black belt with studios in Orange County out in California, and the middleweight champion Dale Cook tonight. This is Sam Smith, and we'll be looking forward to seeing you down the track. If you're enjoying it tonight, you ain't seen nothing yet.
Been a tough fight, Sam.
Hada now is very cognizant. He feels that he's in good shape. Doesn't want to get in an exchange battle here with Garcia. You saw him just dance away from any possible confrontation. Garcia's almost literally out on his feet right now.
Less than 20 seconds to go. Again, got to give Garcia a lot of credit.
Closing seconds of this, the fifth and final round. As the two fighters have fought 5 full rounds here, and now will be in the hands of the judges. Who will it be, Hada or Garcia? We'll have it with the decision after we pause for this message.
Judge Shivery scores the fight 49-45. Judge Beatty scores the fight 48-47. Judge Harris scores the fight 49-45. Winner by unanimous decision, Masahiro Hada.
The interesting thing about kickboxing is it's not just a male-dominated sport. Upcoming next, we're going to see a women's contest between U.S. champion Denise Taylor